back. Look at the horses behind you.
But I suspect they'd be better off waving at the crowd. So there is a header trailer there, which obviously the machine that's coming towards it now, you wouldn't want to meet that coming down the road, so you have to take the header off so it can move around the roads. It's okay if you're in the Midwest of America or the central bit of Australia. They do just drive down the road with machines that are twice that size, but you'd get a bit of a shock if you were driving through Whittle High Street and met that coming towards you. So I'm assuming they're going to drive towards and drop the header off. Is that what's going to happen, I wonder? No sign. No sign of what's going to happen.
What's happening here with the bits on the end?
What the combine harvester cuts is pretty much every crop that we grow in Essex that's known as a combinable crop. A combinable crop is exactly what it says, so a potato wouldn't fall into that category because you certainly don't lift those with a potato. We don't like the combine to stop. When it's combining, we're always in a bit of a hurry. We want to get on, which is why farmers are always looking at the weather forecast. So the trailer would come along up the side of the combine and unload the grain. But at a rate of knots, it doesn't happen this quickly in real time. The JCB and the baler that is just passing us there, kindly provided by Oliver's. The baler is when they decide they want to keep the straw. The straw gets used for animal bedding. There's some straw bales right in front of this commentary box. It gets used for burning for power stations to make heat. It gets used for all sorts of things, and it's a useful byproduct of the field. And that, by the looks of it, is the end of the combinable crop harvest, because happening straight in front of us now, live in front of me, we have a destoner, which is kindly provided by Mr. Peter Philpott. He's the nice host that allows us to be on his field. The destoner is what makes a nice seed bed for the potato tuber to be planted. You don't want the potatoes to be planted into anything that's got stones or clods, because you want lovely big potatoes to make your roasties and your chips. The machine that's just scurried past us there is the potato planter, which again is provided by CJH Farming. They pop one mother tuber in there. You'll often see them if you buy a bag from the supermarket and you leave it in your cupboard for too long, they'll start to grow. Mitigating against climate change and looking after the environment, as I said, and the cultivator is another way of getting a seed bed without having to turn the ground over, so you keep the carbon, which is the humus or the organic matter, tucked in the ground, locked in the ground, and that's where farming can be the solution to climate change. Absolutely isn't the cause of climate change when you look around road transport, emissions and other things that happen. So the cultivator produces a seed bed for the machine behind it, the drill that will, it's not like a drill that you put a shelf up on a wall, it's a drill that will pop the seed from the hopper into the ground, and then, as I said earlier, the magic of farming is one of those little seeds will cross the field probably only 2 or 3 times in the growing cycle of a wheat crop, putting on fertilizers, exactly the same fertilizers if you're keen gardeners at home, or you've got an allotment. If you went to the garden centre, they would sell you very similar fertilizers, lots of stuff that's got the usual plant food in there, the ones that everybody likes, and N, P and K in there, nitrogen, phosphate, potash, which is the main food that plants love to eat. There's lots of little side dishes that they like as well. What they obviously like as well is a little bit of rain, and that's one thing that we are incredibly short of in the UK at the moment, and another thing that farmers are battling with. Not every farm is as lucky as the one we're on at the moment to have a reservoir full of water, where they put, where they use the water to grow the crops. So farmers again looking at those benefits, wanting some rain to come along and help things. Now the sprayer is just folding his boom back in. If I'd been paying more attention, I would have noticed that he's folded his boom out. So again, to get it down the road and to get from one field to the other, the boom needs to be folded in like it is at the moment. If you can cast your mind back to about 15 seconds ago, that machine, I'm guessing it's about 24 metres wide. Would have driven up and down the fields, probably driven up and down the fields, not needing to be steered particularly, probably GPS driven to be very accurate, but the star of the show really.
She's overhead! She's off the side! Oh, bless her. Don't worry, my friends. Here comes wildfire! Today, she don't sing us a song. Now I'm told. She got lost. That song. She dismayed their emotion. No, you can't put well. Jump. You can't sing. You can't lasso. You can't bullwhip. Is there anything you can do, boy? You're building a Bristol. No quick flash, if you will. Good job, practice, everybody. Love that. Love that. It's good. Got good enthusiasm. How you doing, guys? Good. These guys, they look like that. Well, give it a cheer. You had a good day? Yeah. Make the way, little bit. Wind the car. Oh, yes, that's a good setup. Nice and hot. Some tricks. So we're just going to get a few chaps trying to dial himself in. Ryan using every bit of that landing system. Why not? Let's see how Aaron gets on. See if he's a little bit more accurate. No, he came short. Yes. Landing. Let's see if Ryan gets it right this time. Yeah, that's a little bit more like it. Aaron's woken himself up. That's better. He underestimated the pop. You know, we're looking at the boys. Yes, lovely jubbly. So we just got the two tracks up and over, make sure they're happy, they're comfortable to proceed. And then we'll get things underway here, show you guys a little bit of freestyle motocross. Lovely jubbly. So with that said, over a 2-year semester, it does illustrate just how good he is. Once again, so now revs a bike. Nice little cross for over 20 years. Boom! Huge! Super nice feeling finds on here today. As he starts a nice little turn down, turns the bike sideways
For you, because he does have some of the biggest, hardest and most technical tricks in freestyle motocross, as he demonstrates right there.
Wind the car on, jump off into the seat grab, Indian air. Ryan, what's he got? Big double grab! Huge double grab there from Ryan, always getting sideways. Here comes Aaron, heel clicker, brings the legs around, clicks the heels in. You go up, yes, throw the right hand back, but that time round, those of you super. Here comes Ryan, what's he got? Super cam, KOD just about pacing the landing system. Yeah, that would be the wind playing havoc with us. You see those instrumental flags as Aaron goes for a lazy. Making the way in, little bit. Up and over, just getting that bike to do. Going crazy. Little blip. You go up, yeah, throw the bike away, double grab. You know, what's he got for us? Big look back, hard attack, under power, snaps the throttle, jumps off into the super can as they ask the question. He's got them up, he's in, he's upside down, big! Big super flip from. Gentlemen, big round of applause please for our first parachutist today. From the jump off parachute display team. Here comes the second guy, it's going to land on the cross. Hey. Second guy down, carry on. Okay, so last two guys up there, they're flying flags. Both of these flags, they're 200 square feet flags, they're quite big. We've got a weight on the bottom to stabilise them in flight. Okay, then, so a big round of applause please for our third parachutist in today. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so our last one coming in with the Union Jack. Again, big round of applause please for our last parachutist. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure to be here today. I'm actually local, well, I grew up around Essex.
That back, looking for his number one, after high one, caught and goal, woo woo! I do feel for these players we'd have a lot more space to be going a lot faster, so controlling these ponies can be a bit testing in itself. Out the back, terrible throw from the umpire. Oh, and the offside pickup from Ollie. Gonna spin that little pony around, try and dive past Snow there. Go. Lola. Lola to goal. It's in Little Bentley in Colchester Way on the 7th and 8th of June that weekend. We actually do have the UK girls squad. I'm going to say no goal. No goal. Maggie. Okay. That's the end of that chucker anyway, so we're going to end on that. So yeah, like I